Hello, Pedego Corporate and the Pedego ecosystem. It's Joe Marcoux from Joe Marcoux Sales Training and the SOS Dojo. I'm with this team from Pedego Bethesda that we've just completed Army of One sales training. I've got David, I've got Brenda, and I've got Erwin, and I'm going to let them tell you how the sales training over 4 days went. So I'm going to start with Brenda, because you're right below me on my screen. So Brenda, how did the sales training go? What did you like about it?
The sales training was awesome. It's very positive. You are very encouraging and very patient with us. With the role playing, especially, because it can be awkward.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys did great.
You've taught us how to react to customers, you know, when they might have some negative statements. We've learned how to turn it around and turning it into a positive and hopefully a sale.
Absolutely.
At the end. So yeah, it's been great, and I recommend it to any Pedego store that wants to do some training and fine-tune their sales experience that they might have in the past, and go forward and sell some bikes.
That's it. Butts on bikes, and let's sell some bikes. How about you, David? As the grand poobah of this enterprise, and you've been putting in a lot of time and getting this whole thing set up. What did you think of the Army of One sales training?
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it worked out well. My original plan was to do this training. We started off originally with lead cycles, and have been learning the lead cycles part. And then my plan was to, a couple months after being open, about 4 months, was to do this training. And we did that starting, the end of last month in the 2 weeks. And I think that the training is very informative, and it reinforces a lot of stuff that you kind of naturally already know. And it's just the reinforcement and making it more priority is great. I think that you're excellent at adapting best demonstrated practices and adapting them to your Army of One training that you've put together. The information over the 8 hours or 2 weeks was concise and direct, and the interaction was awesome. You're a great conversationalist, so we would while you had this training in mind, we went off script from time to time, and it just put everybody at ease and made us understand the information better.
Thank you. Do you think that this? I'm sorry, David. Go ahead.
We've been practicing and having fun with it.
Yeah, that's it. We have to have fun. You're in the business of fun. Do you think that this is going to help you sell more bikes?
Oh, most definitely. We've already put it into play.
That's what matters.
And as you say, I forget the 8 rules, 9, 10, 15 rules of forget the first 3. All I really remember is practice.
Yeah. So there's 8 laws of learning. Right. So I'm giving you the information, and then I'll do a demonstration, and then you go into a space of imitation where a lot of people feel uncomfortable with it. And then we go through that phase where we go repetition, 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 repetition. And then finally we break out of that where you get to be authentication. You authentically come out, and it's truly Erwin or David or Brenda or whoever's watching this. You become yourself. You get to say it in your own words, yet the outcome goal is what matters. And the outcome is a win-win where your prospects become a customer, and they don't just buy a bike. They buy multiple things from you, and they feel good about it. They feel really good about it. And then of course you get testimonials, and then reviews, and then referrals, and it expands your business organically. So we're going to finish up with Erwin. Erwin, I got to tell you, man, you've been a pleasure to work with. Oh, David, go ahead, man.
Just one of my biggest takeaways is the confidence that the course has given as well as the biggest takeaway, I think, is I learned that it's important as the salesperson to control the situation.
Yeah, we talk about time vampires as well as being able to how to have somebody who throws an objection at you, and you can go down this path where you take up so much time. And isn't it interesting that when you ask the right questions, you can get right back into the line and maintain that flow to get that desired outcome? Yeah, well done. I thank you. So Erwin, I have to say, it's been a pleasure working with all three of you. But Erwin, I mean, as someone who's now in the game, and I say this with all respect, 91 years old, man, and you're on the floor and you get to tell these stories of your own Pedego experiences. I mean, you obviously been able to put a lot into, your brain over the years as a practicing physician in your previous career. How was the training for you, and do you believe that this is going to help you communicate better with customers coming into the store?
Well, I've really looked forward to all these sessions every morning, and your infectious presentation is hard to miss. It's really a bonus. One of the biggest things I've taken away from it is that you've taught us and given us ways not to destroy a sale. There are a lot of things that we do or have done where it's really been detrimental to the sale. And by pointing out the things that we should not do, that's been very important. I've been kind of in commercial sales all my life. I started in a grocery store with my parents. I became a pharmacist. That was a very commercial endeavor as well as scientific. And then medicine, and in a practice like pediatrics, where you're dealing with all age groups, and you have to be nimble in getting around and talking to those people in order to get through to them. And so what you've presented to us has been very concise, easy to understand. I did enjoy the repetition, because by repetition is where you impact it on your brain. Yeah. We've all, as David said, we've already incorporated some of the things into the practice, and some sales have been made. And I think it's going to be a boon to the practice. And I would encourage every dealership to do it, because without getting some formal training in merchandising is a mistake. I think you have to talk to the experts, and you certainly are one.
Well, thank you.
And it puts you one leg up on selling bikes. And I've enjoyed it very much.
Well, thank you so much. And you know what, that's exactly what Pedego Corporate and the team at Pedego want for everyone who's watching this right now. Like, they want you guys to be super successful, and they subsidize this training. I mean, in all reality, what you learn, you're going to 10x your investment, if not more. And then Pedego says, yeah, and by the way, we're going to provide you the value of that training in a credit. It's
quite a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, it is. It is. That support. So I want to say thank you so much to the team at Pedego Corporate. And then that includes Dawn, Cynthia, Tom, Cassidy, Wendy, everybody over there. It's been a pleasure. And it's been a pleasure to work with you guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the annual dealer meeting. So yeah, because I got to see you guys. So Erwin, David, Brenda, thank you.
As well, everyone at Pedego, as well as Lead Cycles and Joe Mark Coop.
It's been my pleasure, you guys. So we're going to give a big wave to everybody in the land of Pedego. We'll see you guys real soon. Take care.
Hello, fun.